it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have my April update for ColourPan. This was a project created by me last year. We did this all of 2022 and it was added as a Fantastic Ladies collab for 2023. So all of the information is linked down below. We started January 18th, 2023, and we're going through December 18th, 2023, making it an 11th month project. I want to have a little heart-to-heart before we get into the update. You guys, these are all the super shocks that I am decluttering. Like decluttering into the trash. They've gotten so dry and I don't have the patience or the will to try to reconstitute them. I have 10-ish Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, like the 9-pan and bigger, down from 43. And I honestly, I was talking to Jessica and I think I was talking to Alex too. It's like, I honestly just feel like I want to declutter all of my 9-pan and bigger palettes from Colourpop. I've already gone through all of them and taken out like the mattes that were super dry or had hard pan, those kinds of things. And it's like, now I'm like, do I still want them? Because while Colourpop is good for the price and good quality for the most part for drugstore, I have gotten, like, I'm obsessed with that Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. These are the mattes that are on my eye today. I just, like, Colourpop is good. Colourpop is accessible, but at the same time, it's like I am falling in love with other formulas and not reaching for my Colourpop palettes in the least bit. So what I've decided to do, we'll talk about after I do the update. If you want to know, make sure you subscribe. So this is 3 to 6 products, and I believe I've been basically working on 6 the entire time. Okay, let's start with the one that's been in here for year 2. This has been in here for forever. This is the More is More blush stick, and I was able to make a new mark. So as of the last update, I'd used this. So I'd used this 32 times. As of the last update, I used it 21 more times, and we're at 53 uses. And this is never gonna die. I'm using this a lot, especially this time of year, just because. And I've had some times where I'm like, maybe I should melt this down. No, don't melt it down. Leave them in the blush stick. This formula does not work once it's melted. Okay, let me back up. The highlighter formula does not melt well. Work. I tried. So this is just going to have to continue to get used. It's not a burden. It's not a bear. Again, I put powder on top so you can't really see it, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful blush. They do not make this blush color anymore, but I'm sure they have it in a different name. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's, again, it's not a chore to wear. I just thought it would be done by now. So anyway, that is in the finish. Next is Coast to Coast. My goal for this was to hit pan. I'm rolling this out for now. This to me is a wintry blush. Like, I really love a cool tone, kind of purpley tone blush in like transitioning from fall into winter and winter then transitioning into spring. So I've worn this as much as I'm going to. As of the last update, I'd worn it 16 times. I've worn it 13 more times for a total of 29, and it doesn't even really have a dip in it. So this was going to literally take forever to hit pan. So I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to roll it out. Next, we have the Pretty Fresh concealer. This is just about done. I took out the stopper just to see, and you can't really tell. There's like really no line of demarcation, but I believe this will be finished by the next update. I really enjoy this concealer. I will say, let me look. Like, but it does dry down. It doesn't dry down to where it looks bad or looks dry, but it doesn't stay tacky. And I'm so grateful for that. Now, I'll have like a little crease under this eye that I'll pat out, and then when I go to do something else, it's dried down and it's dried down smooth, and it's really, really pretty. I really like it. And even though this looks kind of gray, it's actually not a bad color for me. So as of the last update, I've used this, I think that's like 48 times. I've used it 25 more times. My math is wrong. Misty. Lord. 48 and then 25 more times. So that's not 63, I don't think. No, that's 73. I was off by 10. So I've used it 73 times, and today was the first day that I've used it in places other than my under eye. I put it on like this, like my beard area, because the foundation I'm using right now, normally I've been topping it with the KVD to make it full coverage. I didn't want to do that today. So I went ahead and just used the concealer to kind of add more coverage. Like my cheeks get red, but I stay red down here, especially my little double chin right here, red all the time. So that's the first time I've used it somewhere else. But yeah, I if that's not finished by the next update, I have morning makeup, you know what I mean? And I've been wearing makeup every single day. Okay, so that's staying in. We had 3 rollouts. The first is the Super Shock cheek and birthday suit, and I ended up using this 9 times before I hit pan. Someone's like, it doesn't count if you dug into it. I'm like, I literally used my finger and went through the middle. I can't help it that it moves around. So that had pan. Root Flute took about 4 uses. This one is like super creamy, really pretty. These are, you guys know, I love the Super Shock cheeks. I want that one kind of shimmery blush from the Snow White palette, Snow White collection. I don't remember seeing anything from this new Alice in Wonderland collection. I'm not an Alice fan, so that one doesn't even really interest me. And last but not least, I had the Super Shock and Basic Instinct, and I hit pan in that. This one is staying. This one is actually not dry. There were 3 Super Shocks in that collection. 2 of them are good. One of them might as well be a powder shadow. So I've already said that I wasn't going to be wearing buying the Super Shock eyeshadows anymore, but I will continue the cheeks, because although I have one that is kind of dried out, the rest of them have stayed creamy and beautiful, and I love them. They're one of my favorite cream formulas, hands down one of my favorite. Okay. So, as I mentioned, I have really been on the fence about these ColourPop eyeshadow palettes that I still have. So what I've decided to do is bring them in for no pan left behind and get some use out of them and see if I think they're worth keeping, or if they're ones I want to go ahead and send to Project Beauty Share, send to whoever, right? So I'm bringing in 3. And all 3 of them are 9 pans, and all 3 of them I don't think have been used. So the first is this one. This is in the Limelight. I think this is a really pretty color story for this time of year. I also have a green underneath the pan that I haven't been working on. So maybe this will bring me to that. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's pretty, but it's not like indie pretty, you know what I mean? So I don't know. And but the issue is like I can't get to the point where I don't have any mattes, right? It's like I have to have some mattes to play with. So we'll see. Anyway, again, these are in for no pan left behind. I don't want to promise pictures, because you guys know sometimes I'll wear 2 or 3 palettes. I didn't today. Today is the Cosmic Brushes palette, but sometimes I wear 3 or 4. So I will have my lookbook at the end of the month, at the end of May, and you'll be able to see some looks I've done with this, but I'm not going to promise its own looks. This one is the Mint to Be. Now I currently have, wait, is that video going to go up first? I don't think so. I'm going to have to change pan that palette again. So I currently have the Rebel Mint in that project. I don't know if they're going to stay there or not. I haven't decided because I haven't filmed that update yet. So this is this one. So these are both 9 pan palettes. And again, the shimmers are pretty. They're really pretty, but they're not they're not quite as impactful as what I've been getting from Indie. Now, don't get me wrong, even if I stop buying or stop using the 9pan anymore, I still have some of the quads that I'm going to keep around. My issue with the quads is that packaging is bullshit. I think every single one of them have broken, and a lot of them have a super shock in them. So you have broken packaging and the super shocks are drying out. So we'll see. I don't know. I have a lot to bitch about when it comes to Colourpop. I apologize. And then last but not least is the strawberry shade. Now this is missing a shade because I put that shade in Beauty A to Z, but I haven't touched it yet. So I really love these kind of peachy tones for this time of year. Here are some of the mattes, since I haven't been swatching mattes whatsoever. So we'll see how we do. Again, and did I make any changes in this? No, the only thing I did was take out a shade for that palette. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And then last but not least, I am going to cycle through my heart blushes before I allow myself to buy more heart blushes. So this is the Forever Yours. I believe they've changed this packaging to be a little bit easier. I don't know. If I get really frustrated with this, I may depot it into a palette. We'll see. So, my husband informed me on our way to my nephew's 2nd birthday party that I will indeed be 45 on April 29th and not 44 on April 29th. So my goal for this cute little blush is going to be 45 uses, and we'll see how far they get us. This is a really pretty blush. I think it's a perfect, bright, fun color for this time of year. I think it'll get a lot of use, hopefully. I am not painting a single blush. Well, no, that's a lot. I'm painting that Franken blush I made for, that's expensive. But as of other blushes, I don't think I have any in to hit pan unless it's cream. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to give it 45 uses. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it won't. We'll just have to wait and see. So to recap, the only 2 things staying in from last time is my More is More blush stick and my Pretty Fresh concealer. I think this will be done by next update. I have a second one. I don't know if that will be coming in or not because I have... if you saw my 50 Shades intro, I initially had 2 concealers in there, but I'm going to have to donate one because, I chunked it because it was so sticky. Sticky. So I have one more of these concealers. I don't know if that will get panned this year or if it'll get panned next year. So my goal for both of these is to finish them. I'm bringing in the blush for 45 uses. And then I'm going to be cycling through my palettes, no pan left behind style, to see if it's one that I'm going to keep or if I'm going to donate. And we will talk about that in the next update. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to hop on this. The only caveat is it needs to be Colourpop. So Colourpop 4th Ray Soul, 3 to 6 objects. You set your own goals. So if you want to hit pan, if you want to do 5 uses, whatever works for you, be sure to use the hashtag ColourPan here and over on Instagram so I can find you. Last month was a wash. I had the COVID. I found some lumps in my boobies. So I have really not been on social media much. I'm trying to come back to that. But so if you posted an update and I didn't comment or like or anything like that, I apologize. I'm going to try to do better. I go have that mammogram. The day you're seeing this is the day before I'm having the mammogram. So that'll be taken care of. That'll be something off my plate. So yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at Misty Pans. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. Love your faces, and I'll see you in my next video. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments if you enjoy the Colourpop formula or if you've decluttered the Colourpop palettes. I really want to know. So, all right. Okay, that's it. Bye. Love you. Bye. Forever, forever, forever yours, forever.